So I have so much in store for you this week. We're going to start by building an LLM solution today. We're then going to talk about the whole of the next 8 weeks to come. We're going to compare models at the frontier of what's possible today. I'm going to give you some early intuitions for what transformers actually are, and we'll end by building a commercial product in day 5. And so for today, for the rest of today, we are continuing our instant gratification theme, building your first LLM solution using a frontier model, using a model at the forefront of what's possible. That's what people call frontier models, the very latest, strongest models on the planet. But first, we have some drama to get through. You and I, we have some drama. We have to set up your environment, set up the environment that you'll be using for working over the next 8 weeks. And let me tell you, setting up an environment to operate with some of the most groundbreaking data science available on the planet is not an easy task, and it can be frustrating. And I would say about 80% of the questions that I get relates to the next 10 minutes, the next time we're going to spend together building your environment. So I need to ask you to have a lot of patience. We're going to get through it. We're going to get you a brilliant environment that's set up for everything that we're going to do. But it is a bit traumatic to start with. But let's get to it. So look, there are 5 steps to setting up your environment, and we're going to do all 5 together, and it's going to be fine. The first step is sort of the foundations. We're going to clone the repo, as it's called. We're just copying all the code from GitHub to run it locally. We're going to use Cursor as our development environment. If you want to use something else, you absolutely can. I suggest Cursor, but you can use anything. And then we're going to open the project, and step 1 will be done. Step 2, we are going to use a fantastic platform called UV. UV is an alternative to platforms like Anaconda that you might have heard about. It's something which allows you to manage your Python environment, make sure you have all of the right dependencies, all the packages we rely on, all installed. And UV has something that's taken the community by storm because it is bulletproof, it is easy, and it is fast. It's all 3. You normally have to pick 2 of the 3, but no, you get all 3. It's so wonderful, and you're going to love it. Then we're going to create an OpenAI API key, a way for us to call OpenAI. Now, that involves spending a little bit of money. It involves putting in $5, and you don't need to. There is a free alternative. It's fully documented. We will do that too. I know some people get frustrated thinking there's going to be a spend. If you don't want to spend, you don't need to spend anything, and we will cover spend very clearly at the time. That's step 3. You will then add that key to a file called the .env file. And there's so many traps here. If you spell the name of the file wrong, if you spell the name of the key wrong, any of these things, disaster will ensue, at least disaster in the form of no environment. So you'll need to get that right. But I will point it out to you. We'll make absolutely sure it's right. And then finally, step 5, there is no step 5. Step 5 is we just get started. We are ready to go. Now, look, most of the time, this all goes super smoothly, and you're going to be up and running in no time, and you're going to be wondering what all my fuss is about. But just sometimes you hit problems. And if that happens to you, then there's a troubleshooting notebook that I will show you, which will walk you through and help you fix any common problems. ChatGPT or Claude or any LLMs, they're really good at helping solve problems, and you should definitely make sure you check what they say. They have, they often need to be verified. Don't just fall naturally into doing whatever they say. Always check what they do, but they're really good at finding problems. And then I am here to help. You can always reach out to me in the platform or by email are the best ways. Reach out to me and get me to help. I will say, though, that the documentation that I put together for this course is really thorough, super comprehensive. There's great answers to most problems. The setup instructions linked in the README are very, very thorough. And whilst I always answer questions, I will tell you that probably 60% of the questions that I get are answered directly and immediately in the documentation. And I'm fine with that. I don't mind being asked. But all I will say is that It's much faster if you look in the documentation first, because if the answer's there, that's going to be your fastest way to get there. And most students that hit the same problems, they are covered there in the answers. The famous Windows 260 character issue, things like that, they're all covered in the docs. So check out the docs. But if in doubt, reach out to me. I'm here to help. Okay. With that, it is time for our first lab. We're going to get started building this environment. And here's how it's going to work. The next video in the series is going to be for PC people. I'm going to walk you through, as a PC user, how to set up your environment. The video after that will be for Mac people. I will walk Mac people through what to do with step-by-step instructions for Mac. And if you're a Linux person, then follow the Mac instructions. They'll be good enough for you, and you know your way around this all anyway. So PC instructions coming next, followed by Mac instructions. Pick the right video. And then once you've gone through your setup and you're ready to go, I will see everyone in the video after that, which is when we build our first LLM project.